cooking show. Today we are going to learn how to can pickles.
We're making dill pickles today.
Today we're going to learn how to can dill pickles. Now, Josh is going to show you what to do next.
First.
The first step is to sterilize your mason jars. You put them in boiling water. And when it's boiled, you take them out. I'm trying so hard to finish this.
Alright. Keep going.
And then you put them to dry and cool. Let the mason jars cool for 5 to 10 minutes.
For the brine mixture, mix 3 cups of 5% white vinegar with 3 cups of soft water, bottled water works best, with 3 teaspoons of mustard seeds and 3 tablespoons of kosher salt. Pour all those ingredients in a pot and bring it to a boil.
Next, you stir the brine mixture to dissolve the salt. Next, you take a piece of thyme and a piece of dill and you place it into each jar. After, you take 2 cloves of garlic, place it into each jar as well. You put 1 basil leaf, 1 bay leaf into each jar, and you put a little pinch of pickling spice into each jar. Now you fill your jar with your pickles.
Those are actually cucumbers.
With your cucumbers. You should use small cucumbers that maybe are not even as attractive as the larger cucumbers.
Mature. And do you cut off?
Mature.
And you cut off the ends.
Oh, and you always cut off the ends of the cucumbers. So you do this just like so. Okay. Now this is ready to be brined. Uh-oh.
Next, when the brine has boiled, pour the brine, which is the vinegar, water, salt, and mustard seed mixture, into each jar.
Next, you stir.
You don't stir, you get the air bubbles out.
You get the air bubbles out by placing a spoon all throughout the jar. Oh, first we leave an inch of headspace in the top of the jars. Then we're ready to put the lids on the jars. But before we do that, we make sure the jars are dry by taking a cloth and wiping the inside and the outside.
Make sure the cloth is clean. Now we're ready to secure the jars with the lids and the rings.
Recipe calls for boiling the jars for 30 minutes. The 30 minutes starts once the water is boiling. Make sure that your water level is low enough so it doesn't overflow.
Make sure that you have enough water to barely cover the top of each one of the jars.
The recipe calls for 30 minutes of boil time.
The boil time begins once...
The recipe calls for a 30-minute boil time.
The boil time begins. The recipe begins once
the water starts boiling. The 30 minutes begins
once the water starts boiling.
Now that they're done boiling, You place them on a rack and let them rest overnight.
After 2 to 3 weeks of sitting out, the pickles will be ready to enjoy. Thanks for watching How to Make Dill Pickles.
From the Diamond Brother and Sister.